All right, what's up? It's a Sunday morning draft. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you in the chat as always. Good morning, everybody. How we all doing this morning? Sunday morning or afternoon for some of you on the East Coast, I guess, or even in the Midwest. Whatever. What's up, Jackson? Good to see you on the chat. Keys, it's afternoon there. Okay. Well, us West Coasters, it's still morning, 10 a.m. Darren Waller had more. Are we sure? Hold on. East Coast. Jeremy, you're also on the East Coast. A lot of East Coasters. Hopefully some of these guys aren't still sleeping since I moved the draft time. I don't see Bill. I know Nick said he'll be late, but he said to auto draft him Cook or CMC. Buster Boom here. All right, good to see. Vagoon is here. Jordan's here. Ale season. Jay Tatum here. Arsenal just jumped on. Young Money, you here? Marquise. No matter the time, it's a beautiful day to mock draft. I agree. Jay Tatum dropping the knowledge in the chat right now. Dropping the stats. Braun's up. All right, good. Glad you're up, Braun. No one has an excuse. It's late for you guys. 1 p.m., that's like my day's over. 1 p.m., I'm like, man, day's already over. Nice. Jay Tatum drafting from the beach on his phone. Nice. What beach? What beach you at, Tatum? Let's see. I saw Arsenal jump on. Young Money D1 at Clapping. Those are the only guys we're missing. All right, Young Money's on. Cheeks is on. Everybody's on but Bill with the number 1 pick. Come on, Bill. Where you at, Bill? You got the number 1 pick. Gonna take Mixon with the 1.1. Mixon or Jacobs? Who's it gonna be? Give him Saquon. Yeah, Saquon's probably who would take there. I messaged him on Discord. I'll give him a couple minutes here. If he doesn't show up in a couple minutes, I'll give him Saquon, and then I'll give Nick CMC. And that means Arsenal can get Dalvin Cook at the 1-3. Never mind, give him Jacobs. I like Jacobs. Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize people had joined the Zoom with me. And I'm not sharing my screen. Man, see, Sunday morning, I'm tired. What's up, Young Money? What's up, Jordan? Didn't even realize you guys were in here. My bad.
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
What's up? All right, let's go. I'm going to start this. Bill's not here yet. Who should I give him, Saquon or CMC?
Give him CMC just to see what he says when he gets here.
All right, let's do it.
And then Nick said he might be running a little late, so he said he would want Cook. Or it says he's here.
Yeah, he just messaged that
he just said he's here.
Okay.
All right, we're doing this. I gave him CMC. It's too bad. If he wanted to do something crazy there, he'll have to wait till next time. There we go. We're rolling. Standard first two picks so far. Ooh, Saquon at threes. I like it. See, I hate the 4. This is why I hate the 4.
Yeah, I don't like that 4 through 6 range. That Kamara, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, obviously they're both great players, but I just feel like
I'll be the one of them next year.
Risk with them. Unless Saquon drops
to $30 bill.
Woo. Oh, there you go. Now he's here.
Goon's a man after my own heart. Aaron Jones at the 1-7.
Woo! I don't know if we're going to see him that high very often.
Yeah, that's pretty high for AJ.
He won. Oh, come on, Braun.
Right.
All right. Well, shoot. All right, I'm going to take him. He's going to drop to the 9. I'm going to take him. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Chris. Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
No, you're good. You weren't even late. You were just in time for your pick.
Yeah, I had to make a quick grocery run. That's why.
No worries.
I love grocery shopping, except for the money I spend.
It's the cards to move nowadays, man.
I haven't tried it. How is that?
It works fine for me. Last time they gave me extra items and then I ordered.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Nice.
Let's see. Were there any interesting picks?
It's been pretty. I mean, maybe Jones a little earlier than normal.
I'd say even my Jonathan Taylor at 6, but that's not too outlandish.
man.
I didn't realize my picture yesterday was going to cause up such a stir.
You got that chat going.
Yeah, because I went to the Rangers game last night, and the
Nice.
Rangers and Cowboys stadiums are right across the street from each other. And so I figured, while I was walking from the parking lot to the stadium, I figured I'd just snap a quick pic of AT&T Stadium because why not? And then it made me start thinking about fantasy football. So I don't know, I just decided to post it on there. I didn't think much of it, put my phone away, walked around a little bit, got something to eat. And then once I got settled in my seat, I just saw Bill listing a bunch of Raiders players and stats. And I was like, oh no, what did I start?
Yeah. Bill started going off about how great the Raiders are going to be, how every Raider player is going to be a top 10 fantasy option, except John Brown, not John Brown.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, except John Brown, who might be the receiver, honestly.
Well, I gotta say, if I'm not going to have a running back,
I don't
in the
understand
first
why he's so high on Brian Edwards.
it's just Raider homerism. He's not really.
I mean, it's okay to love your own team, but I'm not out here drafting Cam Sims or anybody.
Hey, Cam Sims might be a nice sleeper, actually.
I like.
I
Cam
could
Sims,
see I could see him being like a waiver pickup at some point throughout the season.
but now they've got so much receiver depth. I don't even see him playing that much.
But do they have anybody that can do what he does?
I don't know. I'm hoping they draft somebody a little bit better.
Well, if they draft somebody, then he's dead for sure.
But now they've already got like 7 receivers now. They're gonna have to cut somebody.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't mind Adam Humphries, but I don't even understand why.
I like him, but if you're gonna have Curtis Samuel, then there's no point.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why? Why?
Like, I would rather get a big receiver like a 6'3", 6'4" guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big Daddy's here, so don't worry, boys.
All right. Well, you got
there
you got
he
CM,
is.
you got CMC. You're not getting Henry at the 1.
The funny thing is that after the reports, I honestly was gonna. It doesn't matter, but I was honestly gonna take him number 1. I got to be honest with you because he might have a chance now.
Ah, jeez. Because he's catching passes in a workout.
Yeah, man, we gotta go with any information to have recency bias, don't we?
Dude, all your guys are going to be gone by the time it comes back to you. No Ridley.
Don't even
no,
play games with me because now you're influencing the mocks. Now you finally got what you wanted, Chris.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, if I don't have a running back to the first 2 picks, I'll take Adams and Diggs.
Is that what
That's
you
a good
got?
pick.
I got Adams and Diggs.
Oh my God, jeez,
Right?
that's really good. Is my boy in here? Jay, you in here?
I'm here.
He's in here.
Who did you pick? Let me see.
You got JT, AJ Brown.
All right, you're fine. You guys just rolled out on me, didn't you? Here this morning, boy, oh boy. What do we got here? Shit.
Bill, you know who you remind me of?
What's up, baby?
This is meant in the most positive way possible. It's because you're both from New York. You remind me of Michael Rappaport.
Oh no, please.
Oh,
God.
kind of.
You kind of sound like Mr. New York accent.
All right, good enough. I hope I'm smarter than that cat, though.
You got to get into a Twitter feud with KD.
Yeah, I was about to say you got to slide in KD's DMs.
Yeah.
I'm hurting here now. I don't know what I'm doing. This is kind of weird right now. I just got back from a practice with my daughter, so I'm kind of just weirded out. I don't know where I'm going. You might have to pause this clock. I don't even know what I'm doing. I really have no idea what I'm doing right here.
Well, you got CMC.
All right, hold on a second. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I just jumped on. Give me 3. All right.
We were talking up the Raiders yesterday. Josh Jacobs is there for the picking.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs. You know what? Josh
Hey,
Jacobs
turn the
and
clock
Henry
on.
Ruggs are still on the board, by the way.
Hunter Renfro,
Just to let you know, they're both still there.
Turn the clock on. I'm good.
I don't know if they'll both make it back to you though. Just saying.
Derek Carr's on the board.
Ooh,
You guys
this
are
is
funny boys.
Brian
here.
Edwards.
You guys are all funny cats today, aren't you? All right, here we go. I'm going to roll down now on. Man, I'm just frazzled. Just walked in the door. Oof.
Did you guys hear the Bengals are looking at Chase at 5?
Wait, what?
The Bengals are targeting Jamar Chase at 5.
They can't do that.
No,
Oh my
get Penny
God.
Sewell.
Please
That's
let
what
them
I'm
do that.
saying.
They can't do that. That would be
They already
bad.
got
In my
these
opinion, that would be
receivers.
bad for Chase, Higgins, and Boyd.
I think it'd be good for Chase, maybe Higgins. Boyd would definitely be number 3.
I think it'd be worse for Higgins than Boyd.
Really?
I think it's
Higgins.
worse.
Chase and Higgins do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's worse for the wide receiver room, but it's best case scenario for Joe Burrow.
Well, yeah, except for
Yeah.
the fact that he'll get sacked 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Well, I
got
mean,
no
with Jonah
protection.
Williams coming back, that might help a little bit. But I
They
agree.
if they're gonna take Chase at 5, they got to go offensive line the rest of the draft. No excuses.
I think the chat. Jeremy said, "I think the chat should grade Bill." Well, he's getting an F in speed, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
He's been on the
know,
clock. It feels like he's been on the clock for 10 minutes here.
sorry, boys. I have a life outside of this draft room. My apologies.
Hey,
I made it. I'm here. I could have autoed the whole thing, but I just,
well,
I
that'd be
pushed-
bad. That'd be bad after you rail
Yeah.
people for autoing.
Yeah, I didn't do it though. I'm here.
You know how much I would love your team if you had MT and Keenan Allen instead of DeAndre Swift? I think your team would be unbeatable.
Yeah,
Now you gave us a chance.
I did. I
He
don't
gave us a handicap.
because honestly, man, I told you I'm a Raiders fan. I've seen the Chargers. I've seen what Keenan Allen's drop off is. I know there's going to be regression with Herbert. I'm just not a Chargers fan of anything that they do. Nothing.
All right, then go MT McLaurin.
Yeah, I should have done that. You're right. I agree 1000%. Absolutely correct on that.
Or Waller MT.
I've not gone RB in so long, so I decided to try it out, see how it looks. We'll see how it looks.
Waller at 3-4 is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody please draft Terry McLaurin.
Ew. Chillax. I'm trying to see if he falls to you, boy.
He's not getting past me. I'm just telling you that right now. I'll go 3 wide
Oh,
receivers
yeah.
if you're going to leave me Terry
Pierre
McLaurin.
here?
I'll go 3 wide receivers. I don't even care. I'll wait till the 4th round for my first running back. I don't care.
I was gonna take him, but you just said him, so I don't
No,
want to
don't
feel
take
like I
Take-
I-
Take
him.
Dobbins. Take Dobbins.
Because then if you take him, it forces me to take a running back here.
Take Dobbins.
I just feel like running backs are getting kind of thin, so I feel like I need to go running back here.
Yeah, you can
Dobbins.
get like a 10-point running back or a 20-point wide receiver. It's fine. Actually, I like
I mean,
Chris
you're not
Carson.
wrong.
I do like Chris Carson.
Shade.
I can't knock Chris Carson. I like Chris Carson.
If he can stay healthy, that's a good pick.
Oh my God. You guys are gonna let me go Adams, Diggs, McLaurin?
Oh,
I'm
I'd
sure
love to
Braun.
see
I'm sure Braun
Snipe
takes
him, Braun.
McLaurin.
Yeah,
there.
I'll
snipe
take him.
him,
Snipe
Braun.
him. Snipe him.
Please.
Take Dobbins, Braun. You got Dobbins, you got
Mixon.
Miles Sanders, you got Mixon. There's so many good running backs on the board still. So many good running backs. Can't
Take
pass up those
McLaurin.
running backs for a janky wide receiver like McLaurin.
All right.
All
You
right.
shouldn't have said it, Chris, because then someone was going to pick him.
That's all right. I'll get this guy in 3rd. I'll be happy with it.
Oh man.
Oh, I got
3-9. That's
Please,
pretty good value.
please come play in my league with him as your number 1. Let's go.
He will outscore DeAndre Swift this year if they both play 16 games.
Oh, there's your bet. There's your bet. We're good. There's your bet. Well, donation to your favorite charity. We're good. There it is.
There it is. But they gotta, or let's say,
That's it. The bet's in. The bet is in. You said it. The bet's in. 100%. I'm taking that.
he was on pace for over 300 touches last year,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even have any other running backs now.
We'll
If
see if he
some-
can finish. When they draft Chase, we can see if he can finish the season with that line. We'll see.
Well, that would suck.
But they're going to do it. And this is what I've read between 4 or 5 other outlets. They're going to do it because they're thinking the quarterback should have say, and it's going to ruin their team. So let's go.
300 touches at 3 yards a carry is only 900 yards.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Jay.
900 yards is more than DeAndre Swift is gonna get.
Yeah, Jay.
You guys, but you don't factor in like that. Out of those 300 touches, 60 or 70 of them are catches. Especially with Gio gone, that was gonna be like 80 catches. Maybe not 80. That's crazy. 60.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
Braun,
Yeah,
damn, I wanted Sanders. Laugh out loud. Pressure was real for Terry. You should have taken Sanders. Then I would have gone 0 RB, but it's all good.
I own Miles Sanders in Dynasty. I'm not huge on him this year. I don't think the Eagles are going to be very good.
Yeah, I have him too.
Well, plus Jalen Hurts, anytime you got that rushing quarterback,
Right.
that hurts the running back because he's going to run the ball. He's going to score touchdowns near the goal line.
Absolutely.
You know, we see that with Lamar. We see that with Cam. We see that with Josh Allen. Like you get that running quarterback, it hurts him. Oh, Snipe City. Okay, no CD, then we'll go.
Mike Davis right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Nah, I'm going receiver here for sure.
Okay.
Too many good receivers to take a mediocre running back at this point. I know a lot of you want the mediocre running back right now, but I want the elite receiver.
Okay.
Man, I'm salty today.
You are. I don't know. You got the California sun, maybe too much vitamin D up on you.
I know. I'm like, why am I stuck in the house?
Yep.
I'm gonna take. You know what? I got 2 beastly receivers. I could take a chance on this guy.
Yeah, you can. That's good. That's fine in the fourth.
I could take a chance on him being
Fine in the fourth.
giving me 13 to 14 healthy games this year.
Had a huge Carolina discussion yesterday with someone. Good luck.
Carolina?
Yeah, good luck.
Oh,
I've
DJ
seen
Moore.
every one.
I
I've
don't,
seen
I
every
don't
one. I've seen every
understand.
snap of Sam Darnold's career. Good luck.
I think him and Robbie Anderson will be good. DJ Moore, I'm not so sure.
I think you're right. He'll target Anderson way more than DJ Moore. Comfortability at a new system, everything.
Yeah.
There's no question in my mind.
Robbie Anderson in the 6th, 7th, 8th round. I think that's value.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still okay with that.
Mhm. I'm good with that.
I don't think you guys remember. Robbie Anderson was terrible with Sam Darnold when he was on the Jets.
That's
I
true.
mean, if you guys are going to do this, and I don't ever draft this way, but this is just ridiculous. What are we doing? What?
I mean, we're talking about when Robbie Anderson was on the Jets, he was going undrafted and he was a waiver wire pickup if you needed him.
Robbie Anderson was like a 10th, 11th round pick last year, though.
Yeah, with Teddy Bridgewater on the Panthers. I'm talking about when he was with the Jets and Sam Darnold. He wasn't owned.
I think Sam Darnold's going to be better for the Panthers than Teddy. I don't know if that's
he
saying
could
much.
be, but to say that he has rapport with Robbie Anderson isn't true because they were never on the same page and he was terrible for fantasy. DJ Moore is the better wide receiver. That's no question.
True. That's question. There's no question on that. But he doesn't, his progression reads are just so bad that he tries to get outside.
Locked in.
Yeah.
But when you have a guy like DJ Moore that can go up and get it, he hasn't had a receiver like that in his career.
Let's see. Yeah, I agree. Jay, I'm not disagreeing on his talent. I just don't love the player. I'm not saying DJ. I just don't love. There's a ceiling with what Sam Darnold can do. I don't see him, throwing for 30 touchdowns. He's just not going to do it. I mean, 30's low, and he should be able to do that. I don't know if he's going to do it.
I think they'll be losing a lot of games where he's going to be throwing the ball a lot. So, I mean, there is potential for it.
Yeah, there is potential because if he's getting Christian McCaffrey back and healthy and fine, then he's going to be in games. I mean, they'll be in games with those guys, and he's got two very good receivers and a top running back. Who's the tight end there now?
Ian Thomas.
Yeah, Ian Thomas.
They got to upgrade. I know he's not bad. They got to upgrade somehow there.
See, my opinion on the two between DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is a boom bust player where he can hit the home run ball, right?
Yeah.
But DJ Moore gives you a much safer floor. He'll
I agree with
have
that. Yeah, I agree
6
with
to
you.
7
No question.
catches, 70, 80 yards a game, most likely.
There's
And
no
then
question
he has
about it.
potential to maybe
Yes.
get you 10 for 100 every once in a while. So I mean, as my second wide receiver, I don't mind it.
No, he's good. I'm not questioning the pick. I just don't. I'm just saying. I was talking about Carolina in general and what they're.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not huge on Carolina, but I mean,
yeah, he's fine as a number 2.
I was basically deciding between DJ Moore and Cooper Kupp there. I decided to go different. I would 9 times out of 10, I always take Cooper Kupp. I was like, let me switch it up. I'll go DJ Moore here, see how my team looks.
I'm seeing now I'm seeing Deontay get a little, the people getting off Deontay a little here now, and seeing it a few spots drop, which, I don't know. I just think it's, what Claypool's going to do this year. We'll see.
Big Ben doesn't like throwing down the field, so
Yeah,
I like Claypool. I like the talent, but I don't know if the situation's good for him.
Big Ben's also another injury away from completely destroying all of their value. So
that's true.
It's pretty risky, especially Big Ben's age.
If it's Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins, I'm done.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. The number 5 pick we've been talking about the whole time. I mocked it out like 10 times through different outlets, looking at 80 like mock draft where people are going to fall. Tell me what you guys think. I want to know what the people. Is this on YouTube, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get what the guys think here. Would you go Sewell and possibly get Terrace Marshall?
Hold on. I just got a bone to pick with the people who draft running backs super early and then keep drafting running backs. Why do you do that? Damn it. Now all the running backs I wanted are gone at my RB2.
Well,
like you already got 2 stud running backs. Why do you draft a third one in the first 5 rounds?
Me? I'm sorry.
A few of you guys.
Are you talking to me?
You, Ron. Like you started running back, wide receiver, running back. You need a wide receiver. I'm just mad because I didn't get any of my running backs. That's all.
Okay, you are, boy. You did not eat this morning. You are salty today, kid.
I'm super high on Javonte Williams. I need to own him everywhere.
I mean, high on him. I'm high on him too, but man, you can't. You're gonna start them all.
You know what, man? I'm thinking
that's what the flex spots for.
You might need to.
I don't know. I feel like you have a running back in your flex and PPR. You're safe, but you're not championship like upside. That's me personally.
Yeah, I agree. I've always believed in that.
I agree. But you also need depth.
Chris, you might have to shave your beard to make yourself happier today. I think you need to let go of it, man, and just get some California sun on you, and then come back next week all ready to go.
Yeah.
You are solid running back options.
No, there's solid running back options. I'm good. Look, I'm okay if my RB2 is like in the 7th, 8th round. I'm fine with that. I was just because in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll at least get one of like Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, and then Kareem Hunt. And then guys that already had 2 running backs in the first 4 picks, each took those guys.
I can't let my boy Josh Jacobs go past 412.
That's fine. I'm never drafting Josh Jacobs. You can have Josh Jacobs any round.
But I'm saying, what did we do? But what are we doing with 412? What is he going to fall into the 6th round to come August? What are we going to do?
I don't want anything to do with him. He can fall that far. I don't care.
Yeah, he could fall to the 10th.
Wow.
I would take him.
I mean, that late I might take him, but you know,
I would take him in the 10th, obviously.
The fucking slander from my Raiders are just getting ridiculous in this room, man. I want to start attacking your squads. I might have to. Gee, man. Just Kenyon Drake, he'll catch 60 balls this year. There you go.
Like that, I think will happen actually, because Josh Jacobs isn't catching passes.
Nope.
He hasn't caught passes the first 2 years. He's sure as hell not catching passes with Kenyon Drake there.
Nope. Will we be a better football team, though? Well, we'll see.
No. If you address O-line in the draft.
So I'm getting back to my question here. I had a huge debate. Jay, I want to hear you guys. I want to hear you, Money. I want to hear you guys, Nick, Chris. Sewell at 5 for the Bengals, and possibly I say there's a 75% good chance that they get Terrace Marshall, who I've watched a lot of tape on the last couple of days. He's a fucking stud. He just needs to refine his skills. 6'4", 6'3", 200, ran a 4.38. Hands, top of the catch, unbelievable. He's got to be better with some drops. But You can get Sewell and then you would get Chase. I mean, sorry, you'd get Marshall, probably 75% chance that I looked at. Or you go Chase and you grab a guy like Cosme or, some other offensive tackle in the beginning of the second round. What do you guys prefer?
Sewell Marshall, 100%.
Oh yeah, that's what they need. They need an O-line. They need to get Burrow
They don't
protection.
even
They need to
need
get
wide
Mixon
receiver
protection.
help. They have.
They have Higgins and Boyd, and who is it? Auden Tate?
It doesn't even matter. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, they don't need wide receiver help. Claypool at 6'8" is good value. I almost took him over Sutton.
I don't know. That's honestly tough for me because some people don't even think Penei Sewell is the best tackle in the draft. I do. I also
What?
think Jamar is the best receiver, though.
Well,
by
they're
far.
saying, I hear what you're saying, Money. They're saying Slater's more pro ready now. He does, but he obviously doesn't have the ceiling that Sewell does. But he'll probably be better in the first year or two. Sewell took a year off, so yeah, they're saying he's more pro ready now, and I would tend to agree with that. But in the long term, this guy could he could be another Anthony Munoz who played for your team. So
what I've been hearing is I think the Bengals do go Chase at 5 because if you've heard anything about it, Sewell's been practicing at right tackle. And which team needs a right tackle? The Dolphins.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been taking all his snaps at right tackle right now.
Yep.
By the way, you guys are sleeping on Myles Gaskin, but it's good.
Please stop.
The Dolphins aren't taking a running back early.
They're going to take one.
They're not drafting a fantasy football team. We got to stop. We got to stop talking like these teams are drafting fantasy football teams. I know we love to talk about like the Terrace Marshalls and the Jamar Chases and the Najee Harrises, but the Dolphins don't need running back help. I mean, I think they'll draft a running back, but I don't think it's going to be in the first 2 rounds. I really don't.
Yeah, as a Dolphins fan, I'd rather them target Hubbard in like the 4th, 5th round.
Yeah, I don't think they're drafting a running back early.
I mean, that's always been their MO. They haven't drafted a running back early since Ronnie Brown.
And and Gaskin wasn't bad last year. Even Ahmed was good last year. Are they going to look at Gaskin and Ahmed and be like, oh, we really need like? I don't know.
The only thing that I would say is when you look at the Dolphins, no matter who was in there, whether it was Gaskin or Savon, they got all of the work. Yeah. First, second, third down. I mean, they clearly showed to us that they want someone in there that's going to be a workhorse back. Is Myles Gaskin or Savon Ahmed a workhorse back? To be determined.
Yeah, but they played them like workhorses, so.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
And then they both got hurt, so maybe they can't be.
Yeah, I mean, unless they view that. And then Nick over here taking Mike Davis when you went running back. Well, what are you doing, Nick?
You thought Mike Davis was going to get all the way back to you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's still too early to
does.
Does.
Man,
does.
Chris, are you married?
Yes.
Please hope that your wife is not an earshot of you today, man. You are salty, bro.
Well, what's going on here? You started Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, and then you're grabbing Mike. I can't argue. Look, I'm just mad. I'm just mad. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I'm just mad because I didn't get him.
Oh, I got you.
Trade bait. Give him Stephon Diggs.
No, see that's if you're gonna that's how you take your third running back. You take a guy who could potentially be a top 15 running back in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Like people who were taking a running back in the 4th or 5th when they went running back. I totally agree with you there. But I think 7th. I mean, you can build.
No, look, I'm just mad because now I can't draft them. That's all.
Gotcha.
Nothing against the pick. Great pick. I'm just mad. It's like I have nothing against drafting Javonte Williams. Nothing against drafting Kareem Hunt. Those are great picks. Just mad that I didn't get to draft them. That's all.
Get to draft this guy either.
Oh, you son of a!
Damn, Chris, we're all going after Chris today, apparently.
Man. So what happens when you come to the draft salty? Everybody starts targeting you.
I haven't drafted Hurts very often, so I want to see how my team shakes out. I do like his upside, obviously, with the rushing ability.
Yeah, and there's every year. It's funny because every year, literally, go back. I can even remember back to Matt Ryan's MVP season in 2016. Every year, there's a QB that gets drafted outside of the top 10 that finishes as a top 5 QB, And every year people are like, oh, once you get outside the top 10 QBs, there's no good ones left. But every year it happens. And I think Jalen Hurts is that guy. He fits the mold this year.
I mean, it took him at 8, so he's still inside the top 10 in this draft, but I do agree. He has the
But
upside
in most drafts, he goes like outside the top 10. But yeah. You're right. Yeah. I'm just saying somebody in that range that's not considered one of the like top tier.
Right.
Talking about that, there could be, and I don't love the player, but I love the situation and I love the change of scenery. I'm not saying top 10, but Carson Wentz could do something this year outside of, the pressure that he was under. And now he's got his boy there to coach him. So I'm not saying it's top 10, but I think he's going to be a weekly number 1 starter on occasion. You guys agree?
Who's that?
I need to draft a
Carson
receiver.
Wentz?
Streaming,
Carson Wentz has a
maybe.
chance to rebound. What do you think?
If they take someone like a Rashad Bateman, then yes. If they add a wide receiver to that group.
Okay.
If Michael Pittman is their number 1, then
lock it at the 7-10.
I like Carson Wentz this year, though.
What do you think, Chris?
I mean, I could see it. I mean, I could definitely see it, but
he'll probably.
I don't think you need. He's not a guy you're going to have to draft. I could see him maybe. No.
I'm just saying rebound guys. Maybe he has like 5, quarterback 1 or 6 quarterback 1 weeks. That would be okay with me.
When I completely punt quarterback, I usually take him with my last pick.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy with him. I could see being with Reich, and the offensive line is very good, and he has a running game now, a better running game than he's ever had. So, he's got real talent. He just needs to get another weapon, like you said. And I don't dislike his skill. I mean, he does have good skill.
I mean, people forget. I mean, we're only 2-3 years removed from them winning a Super Bowl. Carson Wentz was the one who got him there. Everyone wants to say, "Oh, Nick Foles won it," but Carson Wentz was the one to lead him there.
Straight up garbage.
Yeah.
Nick Foles got
a fluke.
Got on a heater at the right time for his entire career, right? Like he
played the best game of his career in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he got hot at the perfect time for that playoff run and the Super Bowl, and he made millions of dollars off it. So good for him.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, he ends up getting replaced every single place. I mean, he couldn't even beat out Gardner Minshew after he came back from that collarbone injury.
Or Mitch Trubisky.
I mean, dude's just trash, honestly.
Okay.
Is he still on the Bears?
Think so.
Nick Foles, he's the backup now. To Andy Dalton.
Yeah, you can't even beat out Andy Dalton. Back up to Andy Dalton.
This is like, when you don't draft your quarterback correctly in the top 5 or 7 picks, you're hurting for 5 years now. The Bears.
Now I'm like you running back guys who take 3 in the first 5. I'm going to take another wide receiver, even though I don't need it.
What are you
when
doing?
when you guys leave me this guy, I got to take him.
What are you doing, man? What are we, a triple flex? What are we playing here?
Hey man, depth, right? Depth.
That's Nick's line. Don't use Nick's line.
Hey, I got some questionable receivers with Julio and Sutton. They might not play all season. I might need Samuel.
Neither of them.
I might need Samuel.
So down. I'm in the division. I'm so down on the Broncos, man. I'm up on the Broncos. You're down on the Broncos. Trust me.
The Broncos are going to be terrible.
Yep, you're down on the Broncos. Man.
That's okay because they're going to have to throw the ball 80 times a game.
We'll see if Drew Lock can keep his arm attached to his shoulder.
If they don't draft somebody.
Well, we'll see. They should trade up to 4, right? That's what we've been saying.
Yeah. But now it's sounding like the Niners are going Fields, which they should.
Yeah.
No, I saw it's either Trey Lance or Mac Jones. I saw a report today.
That's smoke screen.
Just 2 hours ago from Bleacher Report.
What did you say? What was it?
San Fran won't use their 3rd round pick in the draft on Justin Fields if it's not Mac Jones. It's Trey Lance via The Athletic.
Oh, wow.
Let me get your thoughts on this pick with Sammy Watkins gone.
No.
Let's see. Miko, as your number 4?
He does. He didn't even. Okay. I think I talked about this. Oh, we haven't done it yet. If you look at the 5 games that Sammy Watkins missed last year, he had 1 game where he caught like 7 balls for 90 yards and a touchdown. The rest of the games, he had 6 total catches. He had a game with no catches, 1 target. Over that stretch, Demarcus Robinson had 19, 212, and 2 touchdowns. I don't think McCall Hardman's the guy. I just don't.
He's a
I think it's
punt
going to be
returner. That's
Demarcus.
all he
I
is.
think Demarcus Robinson is going to be a waiver wire pickup. He's going to be the guy that like, unless they draft a wide receiver.
Okay.
They need to start drafting defense. They need to stop drafting offense.
I think the problem for Hardman is he does exactly what Tyreek Hill does.
Yeah, I was just about to say that he's like a Tyreek Hill 2.0.
So they don't. Whereas Demarcus Robinson does different stuff. But I mean,
everyone knew that punt returns count for 2 touchdowns in this league, right?
This is a double kick return, punt return, touchdown league. Yeah.
So I'm going Jakeem Grant with my next pick. Clearly.
Yeah. Well, that means Tyler Lockett should probably. Well, he hasn't. When's the last time Tyler Lockett actually scored a special teams touchdown? Actually, because he does return punts for them.
I only took him there to kind of pick your brain on your thoughts on him.
Yeah, I mean that's my thoughts.
He will have blow up games, like maybe 1 or 2, and
yeah,
that's about it. I mean, unless there's an injury. Like now, look, that works out. If Tyreek gets hurt, which is a distinct possibility, he's gonna with Sammy gone, he's gonna play. So that's a good risky, upside pick there. Tyreek's due to regress. I'm tired.
Honestly,
everyone in my division is going to go down this year.
I think Hardman could actually have a somewhat decent season with Watkins down now. I know you said that he didn't, do so hot with Watkins not in the lineup, but I think with Watkins completely gone now, you'll see a lot more plays schemed up for him, whether it be the end of rounds, like a Deebo Samuel type. Like, I feel like they might get him more involved in that regard.
Yeah, no, they could. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, again, like I said, as long as they don't draft a receiver.
Yeah, I agree.
But they shouldn't draft a receiver. But it's the Chiefs. They shouldn't have drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. Oh, there goes your boy, Bill. There he goes.
I'll tell you, I'm seeing the Chiefs down there. If for some reason Kadarius Toney makes it down there, I saw that today.
They better not.
I know, and I saw who's the other kid? Oh, if Rondale Moore makes it down there, forget it.
They shouldn't do that either.
They shouldn't, but it's the Chiefs.
Yep.
They play fantasy football over there in KC.
They should get Terrace Marshall if he's there, honestly.
Oh, my God.
Receiver.
They knew they 6'4" receiver. They should do that.
Yeah,
right?
it'd be over.
Yeah, they should do that.
I was literally hovering over Chase Edmonds.
Of course. If there's anything you need, it's another running back.
Absolutely.
I was actually thinking about him too. I think that's a great spot. I think it's a great spot for Chase. When he was going in like the 5th, 6th round, I think that was too high.
So my RB2 is Chris Carson. If he gets injured, my next RB up is Javonte Williams. If he lands at like the Jets or somewhere, I do need another running back here.
No, I'm just teasing. Look, I have 5 wide receivers, so
yeah, you don't need another wide receiver, but you'll probably pick one.
I probably will.
Yeah.
Hey, if there's a wide receiver I really like on the board, I can't help it. It's like a kid in a candy store, man. It's like, I know I already have a bag full of candy, but that candy is really good too.
Wow.
Starting running back in the 9th, I'll take it. I feel like I'm taking so much of Fournette, and I don't like him very much.
Yeah, I don't either. They could get a running back, I heard. Is that possible?
They just spent a second rounder on Vaughn. I doubt they go.
They got Rojo, Keyshawn Vaughn. They got Giovanni Bernard now and Lenny. There's no way.
All right, well, that made my decision easy because it was between these 2 guys, actually. So
I was thinking Connor. That's a good pick there.
And then you were thinking he's playing 5 games, so you were good. Good. Trey Sermon, I hear a lot of buzz now. It could be the 4th guy off the board for rookies.
I hear that too.
Not Gainwell. Hearing Trey Sermon.
I like that Rager pick. People are forgetting about Rager. He had some nice games with Jalen Hurts down the stretch.
Couple, yeah, he did.
If they go Devonta Smith, are you still in on Rager?
I mean, not as much. I mean, I still am, but not as much. Because if they go wide receiver that early, it's obvious that they're not that in on Jalen Reagor, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if they're spending their first round pick on a wide receiver, then obviously they don't look at Jalen Reagor as the guy.
And they're telling Jalen Reagor, we picked you in the first round, and now.
Yeah. Or the Eagles are just terrible at judging wide receivers.
But I'll tell you right now, if for some reason, shape or form that, Devonta drops to them, how do they not take him? He's a better player than Reagor. There's no question about it. They have to take him if he drops to them at 12. And Waddle, I got to be honest, if it's Waddle or Smith, they got to take him at 12 if he drops. Don't you guys agree?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Rager's kind of be a number 2 or 3 his whole career then, even if he stays on the team. So come on, Chris, get the draft here already, man. I'm tired. Let's get the draft here already, man.
Who do we like here?
Joe Burrow.
At this point, there's just no reason for me to take a QB at this early. To me, it's like whatever, they're all the same. I mean, they're not all the same, but there's like I shouldn't say they're all the same. I'll just say that there's a lot of guys I like.
Stafford.
I do like
Stafford's
him.
on the board.
You got to take Stafford because someone else is going to take him.
I mean, there's 2 other teams that still need quarterback, and they both pick twice in front of you.
Yeah, that's a pretty big. They're going to take Stafford. Then you're stuck with Burrow, and you don't want to be stuck with
Horse's
Burrow.
hand.
I mean, there's other guys on the board.
True.
Actually, I'm gonna get some RB depth here. Wait, hold on. I didn't want to go Burrow.
You went on to Otto.
I'm gonna get some RB depth, more RB depth.
Now you have more running backs than I do.
Yep. But see, that's because I didn't take any early, so you have to take them late. That's usually how it works. The more you take, the longer you wait on a position. Because I need lots of depth at running back. Because I have a lot of guys who could or potentially do nothing.
I'll take a healthy Burrow over Stafford.
I don't even mind Stafford.
That's close. That's close, buddy.
Burrow, Brady, Lawrence, Matt Ryan. I'm okay with all those guys, honestly. Any of those.
Well, Joe Burrow's got he runs the most of them. He's not like a Lamar or anything, but he can run a little.
That's true.
Matt Stafford's not running anywhere.
No, either is Matt Ryan. Well, Matt Ryan runs, but he runs away from the guys about to sack him.
Yeah.
The 9 guys chased down.
I mean, with the cases being dropped and Deshaun Watson still on the board, I might even take him with the last pick in the 12th round. They've only
dropped like 5 though, right?
Yeah, not that many.
There's still like 17 against them or something, or 16 or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you know how that works. The lawyer probably reached out to all the local massage parlors and was like, did anyone massage Deshaun Watson? Do you want compensation?
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh, yeah, of course I want money.
That's true.
With no substantial evidence.
Yeah, let's see. Well, let's just see what comes out of it. But yeah, that could very well be the case.
But then the question is, even if let's say nothing happens, he doesn't get suspended, which with the NFL's track record could certainly happen. Is he even like? Are the Texans able to trade him? And B, if they don't, does he play, or does he say, "Screw you, I'm sitting out"?
And even if he does play, who's he throwing to now? He doesn't have Will Fuller anymore. I mean, I like Brandon Cooks, but
he's got Cooks. He's got Kuti.
David Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
David Johnson hasn't even been drafted yet. That's awesome. I love that.
He's bum.
I swindled Dirty into picking Cooks. He's like, yeah, you talk all that Deshaun Watson talk. I'll take a shot on Cooks here now.
11th round.
I'm just saying it's a very good possibility that all those cases do get dropped.
Yeah, I for sure. And if they do, the NFL won't suspend them because we know that the NFL won't do that. But again,
they suspended Zeke when his charges got dropped.
Yeah, that's because they don't like Jerry Jones.
They suspended Tom Brady for doing nothing.
That's because they hate Tom Brady and the Patriots for some reason. Because look, if you maybe deflate a football and then go out there and drop 30 in the second half with legal footballs, that's worth like a suspension. But if you sexually molest women or you break your kid's arm, that's okay. Come on.
Apparently
See, this is the thing, Nick. You're young. You don't understand how rules work yet.
It
Yeah.
bothers me. It
Yeah.
bothers me, man.
You got to think the kid's 25 years old. He's a good-looking dude with millions of dollars. You really think he needs to make an advance on women and they're not willing? I just don't. I just don't think it.
Okay,
it's
well,
true at all.
I was gonna pick Burrow anyways, and it autoed me Burrow, so I'm good with that.
There you go.
For Trevor Lawrence back to back.
Who did they draft? No, I haven't heard one thing said yet.
For what?
Who?
The Texans. I've not one.
They don't have a pick
conversation.
for the first
Yeah,
3
what
rounds or
What,
something.
don't they have
what
one
do they
in-
have? Like
don't they
one
have
pick in the?
one?
What do they have? One pick in the draft?
I don't think they picked
they
till the
have
3rd
one?
or 4th round.
Is it second? No, it's not
I
second.
thought it was.
No, they don't
I
have
thought
a
it was
first or a
second.
second.
Oh, okay. My
then that's
apologies. I thought they
terrible.
had a second.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter who they pick.
No, you're right. It doesn't
Bill
matter.
O'Brien
I
should
thought
be
they had a
named.
second.
I actually kind of like Cam Newton too, just for that rushing ability, and he's got some better weapons. I like Aguilar. He's got some better weapons.
More so for me, it's Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. Like the 2 tight end sets are going to be. I mean, think about how good he was with Greg Olsen in Carolina. I mean, he loves the tight
Yeah.
end.
Mhm.
And he gives you that massive rushing upside too. And
Oh, Mac Jones
Right.
is going to be the Patriots, so I don't know.
okay, hold on. This is who am I going for tight end? Am I just going Evan Ingram again here?
You're going to do it again in the last round.
I mean, I'll take Evan Ingram all day in the last round.
Sure, you should.
Over
You'd
Ebron?
rather Evan Ingram over Austin Hooper?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Over Ebron?
Yeah, I mean, I like Ebron. Oh, he's Buster Boom. What the heck? No, I don't want Austin Hooper. I'm taking Gronk. Then
I have Gronk.
Gronk's
You
you have
taking-
Gronk. Okay, then I guess I'm stuck with Ebron.
What about Tanyan?
No, hell no.
They got him as a wide receiver / tight end in this. That's so weird to me.
Okay, why Buster Boom drafting 2 QBs and 2 tight ends?
You
What do
could get your boy Logan Thomas. I'd probably rather Logan Thomas over Ebron.
I'm nervous about. I mean, yeah, you're. To me, it's like what? Yeah, maybe.
They
But,
just got this Samus dude though.
But I'm just so worried about Logan Thomas with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Name a tight end that had any success with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Mike
exactly.
Gesicki last year.
The dude is just
Yeah,
looking
Mike
down the
Gesicki.
field to the boundaries. That's all he's looking at. He's like, right?
The
He's like-
gunslinger.
He's like when you're playing football with your friends and like, just go deep. Just go deep. Yeah.
Starting running back for the Bills in the 12th round.
I like Breida, but man, I don't know.
The starting running back for the Bills is Josh Allen.
Yeah. Matt Breida couldn't even beat out like Gaskin, Ahmed, couldn't beat out anybody last year.
He's not going
Because
to
the
beat out
Dolphins didn't
Singletary
use him
or Zach
properly.
Moss.
Matt Breida is stupid fast.
He is.
A lot of guys are really fast, so
Jordan, how many running backs do you have? 10?
Almost.
Who has more do I have more wide receivers than you have running backs, or do you have more running backs than I have wide receivers?
We can make a trade. Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely make a trade.
You want to do Javonte Williams for Julio straight up?
Ooh, I might take that. Let's see where he lands first. But I might take that. Especially for my team that I drafted in here.
As like looking at my team, I probably should have taken like a Kadarius Toney there with my last pick, just to give me a little bit of wide receiver help, because McCole, like you were saying, McCole Hardman's questionable.
Yeah, and Odell, he's another guy. We don't know how many games he's gonna play.
Right.
I like Odell, but man, can't
And
stay
you guys
healthy the last 2
clearly
years.
and you guys clearly aren't high on DJ. I mean, AJ Brown's a bona fide stud, so I'm not worried
Oh,
there.
AJ Brown's gonna be a beast,
he's going to be top 5 next year.
at least. I think Josh Reynolds is their wide receiver 2. No Jonnu Smith.
Ferkser at tight end. Like, yeah, I'm happy with Brown.
He might get 200 targets.
I'd love it. My dynasty team would love it as well.
All right, let's go, Bill. You got 20 seconds, last pick. But did Bill drop out?
He probably
Was he
lost
not?
connection.
He lost connection on his last pick. Who should I give him?
Give him his
Christian
boy
Kirk,
Bryan
he hates him.
Edwards.
How about John Brown?
Yeah.
Even better.
Who's that auto draft?
I'd say
here?
Kadarius Toney.
He got Tylan
Tylan
Wallace.
Wallace.
That's not bad. I like Tylan Wallace. He's going under the radar. All right. Well, good draft. I guess we're not getting draft grades because Bill fell off the face of the earth. Unless somebody else wants to do draft grades.
I don't know if anyone else is qualified.
That's a good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
It's a Bill only thing.
All right. Well, he'll have to post them in the comments or something, I guess. That was a good draft. You guys made that tough on me. You took all the players I kept thinking about. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I got sniped a few times.
Appreciate you all for ruining my Sunday. Thank you.
That's what happens when you draft for your community. They know who you want.
Well, no, these drafts, honestly, though, these drafts have gotten so much better. They're really good. They're in the beginning, it used to be easy. It was like you're getting value all over. Now it's like everybody's good. Everybody's on top of it. So that's good. It's fun. Makes it challenging. It's fun. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it then, because we don't have our draft grader. So,
Wow,
right.
Bill, you screwed up, man.
Bill, and I even moved it. At least he showed up for the draft because I moved it to this time just for Bill. So
Billy B.
we'll keep it at this time. Oh, he got kicked. Maybe he's gonna get back in. Let's see. Let me get back in for the grades.
Come on, Bill.
I'll give him a second here to see if he gets back in for the grades.
While we're waiting for Bill, can we talk about like where players get drafted is your perception on them? Because people still think Sam Darnold has promise just because he was the third pick in the draft. But guys that go in like the second, third, fourth, like people think Jalen Hurts is trash. People think lower drafted guys are trash just because of where they are. I think high drafted quarterbacks are trash too.
I think
people bust all the time.
Yeah, there he is.
Mhm.
I think what happens is you get these guys who do tons of research in the offseason and they fall in love with these rookies.
Right.
And then no matter what happens, they just always are in love with that rookie. And they can't ever like bring themselves to say like, okay, he was a bust. And I think that's what's going on with Sam Darnold. And because Jalen Hurts didn't have like tons of hype coming into the draft, there weren't a lot of people that were like, Jalen Hurts is my guy. So, all right, Bill, we getting grades or what?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I got bounced. I get bounced once a draft. All right. Here we go. I don't usually go running back early, so I wanted to try something different there. And I like Herbert with CMC. DeAndre should be fine. Josh Jacobs, good value. Wide receivers are shaky, but I could probably make up for that. Thomas has to play well. I'd say probably sixth position right now. For drafting number one, that wasn't great, but Pitts and Herbert I like. But DJ Chark and Corey Davis should be okay. I got to rely on the running backs to keep me going, but I think I should be at the sixth spot. Nick?
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook and James Robinson, I love. Keenan, T. Higgins, good. Great job, Nick. Dak, good. Yep. Real good job, Nick. That's really good. You're in. That's probably top three team there. Who's next?
You.
You're welcome, brother. Really good job. I love the middle. What I've been seeing, if you even go running back at the first four spots, you can, like I said this 2 weeks ago, I think you can flip three real good receivers there at all times.
You got to be in that early slot though.
Yeah, you go late, you can't play this game. In the middle, I've done it at six, but then at six, I find myself going RB, receiver, RB. Like in the first five, I usually get three wide receivers and two RBs or three. So it's more of a balance from 5 through 7, 5 through 8. But in the beginning, you can play around with that. You'll still get three good receivers, and you did, Nick. Arsenal, Kittle, good job. Saquon, I love. Mike Evans, not bad there at all. Travis, I like this team. Galladay. Don't love Galladay, and I'm in New York, and I should know, but I like him, but I don't like Juju there. But I like the team so far, and I like the upside late. Gainwell, and having Tom Brady and Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, that's a playoff team. Jay Tatum, my boy Jay in every draft, and got my boy today, Calvin. Kamara, Ridley, good. Waller, great value. Josh Allen, good there too. Ayuk, this is where I might have trouble. Ayuk and Judy. Montgomery in the 6th. I like that. I know you don't, Nick, but I still like it in the 6th. I mean, not Nick, I meant Chris. And Trey Sermon. Yeah, I saw that. You did. I'm going to have to hold out on that one just for a second, but I think the top 4 guys as your core are going to do amazing things. All right. Who's up? Al is up. Henry.
Yeah,
So this is what I was talking about. If you get near that spot, you can still get Derrick Henry. You can still get those 3 receivers, and you can get Melvin Gordon and Claypool and Russell Wilson and Goddard. It's a good team. Go ahead.
To me, he won the draft. That's how you draft.
That's a good draft.
A stud running back, and then you say it's cool if I don't have a stud RB2. It's okay because I'm going to get 3 potentially top 15 receivers, and then I'm going to get a decent RB2, a decent. I think he won the draft. But that's
full PPR. Full PPR. Even getting Goddard there late and getting Claypool there. So I'm sorry, Edmonds there and Claypool both. So that's a good job. Jay, JT, AJ, Carson, DJ, Devontae, Odell. You're going to need these guys to play at their they're going to have to play at their ceiling, Jay. You know that, right? They have to play at their ceilings, those guys in the top half of your draft, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's close, man. I'd say you're close too. Vagoon. Did Vagoon not draft a quarterback last draft? Is that still in my mind for some reason?
I don't know, but he definitely drafted one this time.
Yeah, he did. He didn't forget. Thielen, Robbie Trees, Devonta, Carter, Pittman, Jones, Jarrett, Mooney. You got Mahomes, Aaron Jones, and Gibson. Looking pretty good. I'd say a B plus, good, B plus, easy with that team. But I don't love. Yeah, it's still a good team. Yeah. Who's up? Bronny.
Bronny sniped me on sniped me on Zeke, sniped me on McLaurin, sniped me on Hunt. I do not want to draft after this guy ever again. Go ahead, Bill. Bill,
Yeah, I'm here.
That's good. I know. I'm just ranting today. So let me do my little 10-second rants, and then I'm good.
I'm letting you go. It's your show.
No, you don't even have to respond. Just let me do it, and then just continue. Just be like my wife. Just pretend like you're listening, and then I'm good.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Braun. I love Zeke at 8. DK. I love DK. Terry McLaurin, Najee. I'll take the chance with Zeke there. Kareem Hunt and Jamar Chase and Debo is a number 3 split that time, possibly. Yep. Don't love Irv Smith, and I don't like taking 3 quarterbacks there. I mean, I can't hit him for that, but we're talking starting lineups. Yeah, I mean, it's close. It's close, but it's still good. And Chris, who you got? Devontae Diggs, Julio Sutton. You were just salty, bro, and went with Mixon. I'm gonna have to hit you for having Mixon, Gaskin, and Wilson, and Connor, and Naheem. I'm gonna have to hit you a little bit there, a little bit.
That's fine.
Just a little.
I'm comfortable playing with a team like this, so that's cool. Because you always say, you don't win it in the draft.
You win on the waiver wire, but you're having me grade the draft now. That's all. I can't grade you. I know you're a good player.
I hear you.
Okay. So I'm saying on the outside looking in for that. Who's next? Cheeks? Cheeks hadn't do anything this past week. He used to be dominating. Let's see what he did now. Who did he take in the last round this time? Oh, he's not playing games anymore. Oh, he's not playing games anymore. Okay. Chubb, D-Hop, Clyde, CD, Boyd, safe. I like CD. Safe. Fant, good. No, love the Broncos offense, but then taking 4 wide receivers in a row and 2 quarterbacks, but only having 2 running backs on your team, Cheeks, you're out of the playoffs. Sorry. Buster Boom, Akers, Tyreek, Miles Sanders, Godwin. Don't love Godwin. Lamar, yeah. Andrews got a nice stack there. Jalen Waddle, don't like Damian Harris. I know a lot of people do. I don't. Because of Cam sniping touchdowns if he's the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, I like late. Still give you 35, like you said in your video, Chris. He'll still get 35 touchdowns, no doubt. Close. I'm not going to say in or out. I'm being tough today, guys. I'm sorry, even on myself. Eckler, Kelsey, Dobbins. Dobbins 312, good. Cooper is your number one. That's going to make me be a little salty today. And then Terrace Marshall, Will Fuller, Laviska, sorry, outside looking in with that team.
Okay.
So I'm on the cusp. The first, I'm just going to do a quick overall. The first, what's happening now is the first 6 teams usually have strong enough squads to kind of make it unless you really fumble hard, and drafting from 7 down, you got to be great. And a couple guys, like I'm saying, like the last 4 slots are like fighting for a playoff position. And then the middle 2 are good. So like, I feel like everyone's drafting a lot better now, man. Like the value that was there. If you guys don't notice, like from the first, look at back 5 weeks ago, Chris, is kind of when you started, right? 4 or 5 weeks ago. And the middle of the draft has completely changed. Nothing's really changed in the top 3 rounds for us. Nothing, or 4 rounds, really. The middle 5 through 8, if you want to go back and look at that draft I did, it's completely different. Everybody's understanding the shift in ADP and what's going on here now. So it's very difficult to say what's going to happen outside of that. So those chances can be taken now in those rounds. And that's why I feel, now, because I'd say the top 40 to 48 slots are kind of set in most drafts for redraft. So you're really not going to see unless something crazy happens at the draft, right? Like you said, Chris, if Najee goes to the Steelers, or if he goes to the Dolphins, or these guys land somewhere, you're going to see second round, possibly like a CEH situation, drop to the end of the first, for those guys. I can see Najee I could see Najee going ahead of James Robinson easily. Don't you? I can see that happening. He could.
Yeah, if he gets drafted by Pittsburgh in the first round.
He could, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what about Travis Etienne? If he goes to the Jets with Wilson, he'll be in the top 3 rounds.
I don't think people are going to be super high on a guy going to the Jets.
Maybe. Okay. He's going in the 4th now, so
I could see him being like, I don't know if he'd go ahead of James Robinson, unless the Jags.
No. I'm saying 3rd round. He can go up to the
third round, definitely 3rd round. Yeah.
Yeah. And I could see that happening. And so I like what I see. It's just, you guys are so good now. I got to give props to everyone in here. It's like the same group and everybody knows what everyone's doing for the first 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, you're going to have to nail the 6th through the 10th round to really distinguish yourself as a drafter in our group now. Whereas the first couple of weeks, it wasn't like that. So,
yeah. Okay. Now since you guys all love running back so much, since you guys think you need,
I don't.
You guys think you need like 3 running back, even though there's only like 8 running backs a year that actually are fantasy like win league worthy. You all think you need 3 of them, but I actually do want to have a running back discussion.
Let's go.
Because you guys are greatly undervaluing Joe Mixon. And I'm not saying Joe Mixon should be a 2nd or 1st rounder, but let's take Joe Mixon, who nobody likes, and J.K. Dobbins, who everybody loves. What is so great about J.K. Dobbins' situation? They don't throw to running backs. He's not going to catch any passes. Lamar Jackson's going to vulture touchdowns. Why do we love J.K. Dobbins, but at the same time dislike Joe Mixon? What is so much better about J.K.? Somebody please tell me.
Can I answer
that? Can I go first?
Go ahead, everybody. Go. Go ahead. Go.
Go ahead, Money.
Go ahead. Whoever wants
first
to go.
of all, I like Joe Mixon too, don't get it wrong, but his offensive line is terrible. They're apparently not even going to draft one with the 5th pick. You took Mixon before I took JK, who has a better offensive line. All they do is run the ball. I mean, he's their starter. Yeah, Lamar's going to run, but he didn't even start last year. They started with Mark Ingram, and he still was good, and he's super efficient with his carries, and Joe Mixon is not.
Okay.
Can I go?
Okay, let me throw out okay, go ahead, and then I'll throw out a rebuttal.
No, you throw your rebuttal, and I'll go.
Okay, J.K. Dobbins' last 5 games that he was played where he was healthy. This is no Mark Ingram. 18, 13, 13, 15, 13. And in those games, I think he had at least 1 touchdown in every one of those games. So literally 13, 15, 13, 13, 18, and he had to score a touchdown in each one of those games to hit those fantasy points because he doesn't catch passes. So that means even if he rushes for 85 yards and no touchdowns, you're getting 8 fantasy points. I'm not knocking the player. I like JK. I think JK Dobbins is a fantastic running back. I'm saying, why is that situation where he's only going to get rushing carries? He's going to get vultured at the goal line by Lamar. He's not getting any passes. Why is that better than a guy like Mixon, who may be a worse running back? That's fine. That's fair. But is going to catch 4 to 5 passes.
Can I go?
Sure.
Okay. So I think that when people see the explosion of a young back, and I think everyone agrees with this, and he exploded for a few games.
But he didn't. 18, 13, 13, 15, 13. Those are full PPR points. But okay, continue. We think he exploded because we like him and he was a rookie, but he did not explode.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He has, and I think Young Money's right. I think I'm not going to go into my Mixon hate, but I'm going to go into Mixon does have, value where you're saying touches wise. And there's no doubt in my mind that he will get touches. I'm going to go into something that wasn't spoken about really. I don't trust an organization like the Bengals to do the right thing to protect their players, as you can see. So Mixon getting his 20 touches is not going to be valuable 20 touches. It's never been valuable 20 touches for him. I don't care if he gets 25 touches. His TD upside is limited. All right. I think J.K. Dobbins will score just as many touchdowns as him. And I don't love Dobbins because of Lamar Jackson. I don't. But he's younger. He's less prone to injury now that this guy's missed the whole season almost, and he's missed 2 other games in each of the other 2. I said he played 32 out of 50. 32 out of like 64 games. He's played 50 out of 64 games. And so I think there's more upside with Dobbins. We all would agree there's more upside. What's Mixon going to catch? He's caught 20 balls. Just because Gio's not there, we automatically giving him 50 balls. That's not going to happen. I know you.
No, he had
20, 25.
He had 12, 14, 60. He had 21, but he only played 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He played 6 games. So that's
we just can't take
games.
one season. You go back to the other 4 seasons, and you still see he's catching 15 to 20 balls. I mean, you can cap him at 30, Chris. I'll go, okay, 30 balls.
Nah, he's catching 50 this
okay,
year.
that's your difference then. There's your difference in what you're thinking then. And I don't think it at all. I don't think they have the right offense. Or I think they have the right coach, and I don't think they have the right system for him to thrive in. He has blow-up games. But then I'd say Dobbins is younger. He won't catch a lot of passes. So I'm seeing
Dobbins won't catch any.
I know where you fall on that. I believe that Dobbins, let's put it this way. I think Mixon, if you want me to tell you the truth, he probably has a safer floor. And Dobbins, and I'm going to be honest with you, has a higher ceiling in terms of what he can do. I just believe that. And I think most people do, Chris. No, he has a higher ceiling as a breakout. You can't see Dobbins breaking out this year?
No, he had 18 receptions all year last year. He had less receptions all year last year than Mixon had in 6 games.
I know that
he's not catching any passes. You can't.
Chris, I know how much premium you put on catching passes for a back, but
name me a back other than Derrick Henry who doesn't catch passes.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones catches tons of passes. No way. He catches tons of passes.
30.
Hey, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's the only other one. But Nick Chubb is in an offense where he's the guy. His quarterback doesn't run. They run the ball 30 times to their running backs. And as much as I like
the
Dobbins,
Ravens run just as much as the
best,
Browns
if not
do,
it's Derrick Henry. To me, it's like if you're just talking about pure runners, it's Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb are the 2 best in the NFL right now. Pure.
The Ravens run just as much as the Browns.
Yeah, but the problem is Lamar gets 10 of those.
But Kareem Hunt also bites into Nick Chubb.
And what's that?
Kareem Hunt bites into Nick Chubb's production. If there was no Kareem Hunt, he'd be even better.
Oh, you're right. If there was no Kareem Hunt, he'd be up there in the top 3 or 4 for sure.
That's right. So I think Kareem Hunt is his Lamar, is what I'm saying.
Okay, but then Dobbins also has Gus Edwards, who people like to think doesn't exist, but he gets like 10 plus touches a game.
I think it'll be 70-30.
Look, I'm not my thing here is not knocking J.K. Dobbins.
No.
My thing is, why do you look at Joe Mixon at the 3.9, who's locked into 20 plus touches, and say that's horrible? But then when J.K. Dobbins is like, oh, that's great.
I don't want either,
who's
Chris,
going to get
that's my
maybe
point.
15 touches.
I don't like either of
None of
them.
them are going
I
to
don't
be
want
catches.
either of them as my number one, Chris. That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair.
That's what I
totally
was
fair.
saying when I said that. I don't want either one of those as my number one. And I know, and look, and I don't mind going Devontae and Diggs. I go Devontae and Diggs.
No,
I might
I'm
have taken-
not even questioning that. Like, I don't
Yeah, of course not. I might have gone Sanders there instead of both of them, to be honest with you.
like. Okay, well, let me ask you this: if I had taken Dobbins, would you feel better about my team?
A tiny bit because he has a higher ceiling.
But he doesn't.
I know you don't think that. We can agree to
Because-
disagree.
Well, here's
I
why.
have Austin Eckler.
Because
Because
the
he's not
pass
even my
catching is
RB1.
what gives you the ceiling. Because if they're going to get the same number of carries, let's say,
Okay.
and even if you say Dobbins is going to be, let's say you say Mixon is going to run for 3 yards a carry and Dobbins is going to run for 4.5,
Whatever. Yeah.
whatever. That we're talking about 15 yards different, 20 yards. We're talking about 1 or 2
Whatever.
fantasy points
Doesn't
different.
mean anything.
You give
I'm-
Mixon 4 catches and you give Dobbins 0, and you give Mixon another, 10, 15 yards on those 4 catches. Now we're talking about 5-point difference.
But I'm going to go.
That's what
Can
gives
I
you
go
the
to the
ceiling.
argument that's never really talked about that needs to be overall offenses in the NFL? There's no comparison, Chris, in the terms of running the ball. And the Ravens are going to give this kid the opportunity to be a top runner. Like, he's got a better organization, a better offense, a better quarterback, better everything.
I
They're
get
just on
that.
a better team.
I don't know if he has a better quarterback.
Mixon's on a.
He might have a better
one of the
fantasy
worst
quarterback, but I think Burrow might be a better long-term quarterback. But that's a different.
That's
I
true.
think Joe, if
That's a-
Joe
that's a
Burrow
different
doesn't get
argument.
hurt, though, then they're stacking the box for sure.
But if that's true that they're into this kid, then why weren't they into him last year? Why did he sit behind Mark Ingram, who's dust? Why did he only get 11
Well,
rushes?
We don't know the interior. in
11
terms of
rushes,
contracts.
13 rushes, 14 rushes, 11 rushes. Those were his last 4 games with no Mark Ingram. If they're so into this kid, why didn't he get like JT level work at the end of the season?
You're right. They had an offense that had a quarterback run the ball 7 to 8 times a game. That's why. And
But
do they
that's gonna-
change that
but-
now? Do they change that now?
No.
Well, I hope they change it.
But they're not. Like
Lamar's
that's
not-
not
Lamar's
that's
not
not what
gonna
that's
last
what the
long.
rate. Jordan, how come you haven't jumped? I want to hear Jordan because Jordan, I feel
You guys have just been talking the whole time. I was waiting for my turn.
I'm sorry,
let's go,
Jay.
Jordan.
My
What's your
bad,
feeling?
Jay.
What's
Go
your
ahead.
feeling
Alright, so-
between Mixon and Dobbins?
My thoughts on Mixon and Dobbins is I'm clearly out on both of them. I don't
Okay.
want
Yeah, me
I don't want to draft either of them.
That's
Just-
fair.
I want that
But
to
if
be
you had
said.
to,
But there are arguments for both, especially if Cincinnati takes Sewell at 5. I would rather
Then
Joe
you're fine.
Mixon.
if they
But-
don't,
But the argument for Dobbins' side was everything pretty much Dollar Bill had already said that I was
Yeah.
going to say was he's on a better offense. You got to think game script wise too.
Yeah.
Baltimore's going to be winning more games
They're
than
in
they're
every
losing.
game.
So there's gonna be times where at the end of the game, J.K. Dobbins is gonna be pounding the rock and they're just
Yep.
trying to kill clock, and he'll get an
Yep.
extra 20 to 30 yards at the end of each game.
Yeah.
But also as a counterpoint to that, say Cincinnati's losing most games, Joe Mixon could also be getting passing work in
Mhm.
garbage time.
okay.
And not only
So-
that, last year, and I agree, Jordan, with your points, and even in games they were getting smacked, like they lost to the Ravens 33 to 20, 27 to 3, and Joe Mixon got 24 carries and 6 catches in that game.
Right, which is my point. Like in garbage time, he can still excel.
But
So
they're still giving him carries. Yeah, he
So-
can still excel.
The thing with Joe Mixon is he's not game script dependent,
Yeah, he's not.
especially with him
But
being the
he's-
only back there now.
I agree 100%, but he's 100% organization, offensive line, offensive diversity.
If they take Panay Sewell and
He's
then
fine
with Jonah Williams coming back,
give him a bump. Give him a bump. Yes, give him a bump.
I would rather Joe Mixon over J.K. Dobbins. Straight
If
up.
they take
Okay.
if they take Chase,
Joe Mixon has a higher floor because, like
That's what I
Chris
just
said,
said.
he'll
I said
catch
it. I
4 to
said it.
5 passes a game, whereas Dobbins isn't. Where he's getting vultured by Lamar at the goal line.
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
Gus
to play-
Edwards splitting touches.
Yep.
So you're playing. I said it. You got to play this game all the way through the draft. When you're in this spot down, it's high floor higher ceiling or floor ceiling game. You got to play that game.
And I don't
And
even
how
mind.
you-
By the way, Young Bunny, I like Dobbins at the 312. I think that's great value for him. So
That
I'm
is
not, I'm
fantastic
not knocking
value.
your pick at 312.
No, is this number 2?
Yeah, no, that's
We're
great.
just
That's
comparing
great
the
value.
two
That's great
guys.
value at 312.
Yeah.
Like that's where I think Dobbins should be going. I don't think he should be going ahead of guys like Sanders, maybe Sanders.
It's like if
Maybe.
you went Amari Cooper at 312 and J.K. Dobbins at the 4-1, it would look even better. even though it's the turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can always kind of finagle it, right? Like, I got Dobbins in the 4th round. No,
Can we
for
talk
sure.
about the
Like,
elephant in the
I'm not
room
knocking
now?
your pick there, Young Money. I'm just saying, like, why are we so like
No, but the thing
anti-Mixon
is, look
but
at
pro
those 4
Dobbins?
guys. This
And
is the
let's not
question.
forget. Let's not forget. Maybe not you, Bill, because maybe you've never been pro Mixon, and that's fine because I've never been pro Mixon.
No,
either.
no. It's fine.
There were a lot of people who loved Mixon when he got drafted. There were a lot of people who loved Mixon into year 2, and now they're low on him. And that's kind of how we do with rookies. We love him in year 1. We still love him in year 2. If it doesn't happen for Dobbins this year, we're going to be talking about Dobbins like we talk about Mixon next year.
Okay.
So
But can we talk about the elephant in the room? How Joe Mixon injured his toe and missed the last 6 games, and he was supposed to have surgery, and he still hasn't had surgery.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, no, look, there's certainly some risk with Joe Mixon and injuries, no doubt about it.
Look at those 4 guys right there, right? This is where you got to make a decision. I said this, I think 2 months ago. The 3rd round, I don't care what your roster construction is in the first 2 rounds, really. The 3rd round is like you're determining like detour sign, like what you're going to do here. So these 4 guys right here, Mixon, CEH, Miles, and JK, like you're going to be debating these guys all the way up through August now, right? So
yeah,
this is where you've got to make a decision, because the guys after him were really not going to, Jacobs now falling all the way to the 412. At me, that's not really going to happen in a real draft. Okay, so I don't know if he's with those guys. Do you think he's with those guys at all now?
No.
Do you think Jacobs can be put in that conversation with them?
No.
I do, yes.
No.
Okay.
Not Mixon, maybe Clyde, but I don't even know about Clyde.
All right, so this is completely draft dependent, right? But if Cincinnati doesn't take Sewell and Harris goes to the Steelers, he's going above all 4 of those guys.
That's for sure.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, if Harris goes to the Steelers, he's at least a 2nd rounder, I think.
He's gonna bust. I guarantee you that.
He may, but he's going to be drafted. Because the thing about the Steelers is their offensive line is worse than the Bengals.
Oh, sorry, Cheeks.
It's terrible.
Cheeks wants me to talk about him for a second. He missed
especially with Pouncey retiring.
Pouncey retiring, they lost Villanueva. I mean, their offensive line is going to be terrible. And it was bad last year. They couldn't run the ball last year.
Yeah. But if Najee goes there, people are going to get excited and they're going to draft him in the 2nd round. But I think it will be a struggle for him, even though I do think he's a very good running back.
Yeah.
He'll be Joe Mixon, honestly. He'll just be catching a bunch of passes, not running anywhere.
Yeah.
I just want Javonte to go to the Dolphins, Jordan.
Yeah, so do I. I would love that. It's not going to happen. It's not more than likely it's not going to happen, but I would love it.
No, I'm not going to. I don't know which of these 4 or 5. I don't even know if Carson. I think I like that you took Carson there because it's jacking up his ADP a little, and he has a chance to outperform all those 4.
I don't think that's a reach.
No, that's not a reach.
Carson. But see, I like Carson for the same reason.
He has been going in the 4th though. I'm just from our drafts. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen him go in the 3rd round.
Oh, okay.
Carson's better than all 4 of those guys.
Yeah, no, I like Carson better than all 4 of those guys. But even Chris Carson, for as much as I like him, he gets banged up. He gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, he fumbles a lot.
But he catches passes too, and that's why. Again, I guess I'm just one of those guys who I don't like my running backs when they don't catch passes because, again, even Nick Chubb, who's great, the games where Nick Chubb doesn't score a touchdown, he gets you like 8 to 10 points, and that's it.
Well, he's just game script dependent. If Baker's trash and they're getting blown out, he's gonna do nothing.
Yeah, whereas if you take somebody like Eckler, and I'm not saying Eckler should be drafted ahead of Nick Chubb. That's not what I'm saying.
Boone's a Dolphins fan too. Hell yeah.
Eckler could run for 50 yards and no touchdowns, but he could catch 6 passes for another 30 yards, and you're getting 14 fantasy points still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Carson.
Me personally, I just prefer the guy who catches passes.
First week of the season, he caught 3 touchdown passes. Week 1.
Who did?
Chris Carson.
No, Chris Carson's a beast. I love Chris Carson.
I don't remember.
I think he had 3 or 4 receiving touchdowns week 1. And the only reason why I remember that so vividly is because I faced him week 1, and I almost lost.
Okay.
No, Carson's a beast. I love Carson, especially. I don't even know who the RB2 is. I guess Penny. Maybe we'll see how healthy Penny is.
That's another guy who can't stay healthy.
Yeah, we know how, we know Russell Wilson's still going to be there. I mean, they were recruiting. Who were they just recruiting?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, no, who are like Pete Carroll and Antonio Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson are like come to the Seahawks, that means Russell Wilson's going to be a Seahawk, right? If Russell Wilson was like, I'm out of here, he's not going to be recruiting Antonio Brown.
No, Russell
They're
Wilson's
also-
he's staying there.
He's not
Pete Carroll
leaving,
wants to
no.
run the ball more too. He's not trying to let Russ cook anymore.
Yeah. So no, I like definitely Carson ahead of those guys. Definitely.
But,
And again,
I mean-
I'm not knocking Dobbins. I'm not.
No, I know what you're saying. And Chris, it's a valid argument.
argument.
This is the age-old, we said this is an age-old floor versus ceiling type of argument. I know you don't think JK has a higher ceiling, but just on that offense, I think he does, touchdown-wise. I know if they're given ample like opportunities to score at the goal line, I just think JK is going to get more, take Lamar out, just everything being equal in a vacuum. I just think they're on a better offense. He's going to get more touchdown upside than Mixon just in general because they're the Ravens. You know, they're going to score more points than the Bengals probably. But other than that, yes, you have a valid argument. You got to go that. It's floor ceiling when you're in the middle rounds here. It's floor ceiling, and you got to understand what you're doing.
I get the whole goal line argument that they'll be there more often, but he loves Mark Andrews there. Who's to say Lamar's not going to run it himself? What if?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What if Gus Edwards ends up being the goal line back?
I mean, they're not going to do that every single time. It's not like JK's going to get no goal line work.
No, of course JK is going to. Like I said, the guy was scoring 13 fantasy points with a touchdown, so he was scoring touchdowns. But take out that touchdown, how many fantasy points is he scoring? 7. Like that's my point. Is without when he has weeks where he doesn't score touchdowns, he's going to get you nothing unless he goes off for like 150 rushing yards or something. I think he did have a game
which
like
is
that
very
last year.
possible. Yeah, I mean,
which is possible. Sure, it's possible. But he's gonna have a lot. He's gonna have a lot of those like 7-8 point weeks. He's gonna have a lot of them, in my opinion.
And would he do that against a terrible run defense, though? You know, like would he play the Bengals?
Yeah.
Granted, he gets to play them twice.
Yeah, he does get to play them twice, so he'll have those 2 games. And Mixon does have some tough matchups for sure, like the Ravens.
Yeah, he's got to play the Ravens, the Steelers, the Browns.
But I always take. But again, to me, it's like you get a guy who's getting 20 plus touches and 4 to 5 of them are catches. Efficiency doesn't matter as much to me in that case when a guy's getting that many touches.
And I think they play the. Oh no, they don't play the AFC East. We play the NFC South or AFC and NFC South. I think. Yeah. So never mind. I was gonna say he had to play Miami, New England, Buffalo, but that's not the case.
Honestly, this is probably how I draft these 4 guys. I'd probably draft them in the order we drafted them. That's probably how.
My only
Dobbins is close for me.
My only change would be Sanders over Mixon.
See, I'm too low on Sanders.
That's just and JK. I would go probably JK, Sanders, Mixon, then CEH. And that I just take the last 2 and flip them in front. It doesn't matter. There was 4 in the same tier.
Yeah, so, for sure. No, they're all.
What I'm looking at though, can you guys do this? I like the RB talk. We had 11 RBs in the first round, and then 2 more in the second, 3 more in the second round. So you got 14 guys there. We all know that only 6 of those or 7 of those guys max are going to finish with as the top 14 runners. It's just how it happens. Okay.
No, people don't believe that, but yes, you're right.
No, it is. I've done the data. Believe me, I've done the research, guys, for the last 10 years. 7 of these guys are going to fail. I'm not saying fail miserably where we're in the 30s.
It's more so due to injury. I think they all have the talent to be up there.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Jay, no doubt. Yeah. But which of these guys do you feel? Give me 3 guys. This is what I want to do, Jay, for when we do our show. Like 3 guys.
DeAndre Swift, James Robinson, Cam Akers.
And Akers could be the 3 that fall out?
Yep.
Okay, Chris, give me your 3 guys who you feel can fall into RB2 territory out of those 14.
Well, you know Swift for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Robinson's close. Robinson's going to definitely come down to the draft.
Yeah, I was like, if they draft a running back, that's what I was thinking when I picked him.
Yeah.
Is if they go running back in the draft.
I'm going to say Derrick Henry, even though he's a beast.
All right.
But I mean, dude, the guy's going to be 28 years old. He's had back-to-back 300 carry seasons.
Okay.
Maybe he's a freak outlier and he's a beast, but history tells us running backs like that break down. That's when they break down, right?
Nick, yeah, I got you. Nick, give me your 3 guys who you feel would fall out of that first round of those 11 guys, maybe 12 guys we looked at who you might feel would not do well. Go ahead.
I would say Swift, Gibson, Robinson, potentially depending on the draft, and JT.
JT, spicy. Nice. Go ahead.
I worry about him. I worry about him. I worry that the Colts are going to become a committee. That's my problem.
Right, good. I like that take, Nick. Go ahead. Young Money, my boy.
I was gonna say Swift, JT as well. And then this might surprise you, but I could see Alvin Kamara falling off this year.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And you're going to be completely surprised at this. And I don't think it's a surprise. I think Zeke, this could be the back nine of his career right now. I'm not saying it is, but people are saying with Dak, he's going to improve. This could be it. This could be where Zeke, he's had a lot of mileage, man. And I'm not saying he's not injury prone, Nick, you know more than I do about Zeke, but I can see Zeke being like a 14th or 15th finish this year. Easy.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know
14 or
that's spicy.
15?
That's not out of the
That's
realm of
spicy.
possibility.
That's spicy, man.
14 or
spicy.
15 though?
I see
don't know about that one.
I see Pollard getting work. Young money.
It's
I see
possible.
Pollard getting some work. All right, but I mean, hey, look, I just a take there. Then I see, and I'm going to say because he don't want me to say it, but I'm going to see Eckler. He can fall out. And then James Robinson. But I love James Robinson. But I could say those three guys going down, and I'm not saying. And I got an even spicier take. I don't think Christian McCaffrey is going to finish in the top 5. That's my take. In the top 5.
Is Christian McCaffrey playing every game?
Is it
I
because
don't
you
know.
think it's going to get hurt?
Well, like, is he dropping out of the top 5 because he gets hurt again, or is he dropping out of the top 5 while playing every game?
No, he's not going to drop out of the top 5 by playing every game. He probably will miss 2 or 3 games.
Even if he misses 2 or 3 games, he probably still. The dude was running. I think the dude was like running back 30 last year, and he only played 3 games.
We'll see.
No, seriously, no, I'm not even joking. I think he was like running back 30, if I'm not mistaken. And
he scored around 100 points.
He scored 100 points in 3 games.
Yeah, he's something, man. We'll see what I just honestly I think Teddy Bridgewater's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
No, I agree with you 100%, but we do know Sam Darnold.
I don't know if that's true.
Sam Darnold will still dump it off plenty to McCaffrey.
Sam Darnold's better than Teddy Bridgewater. Put Teddy Bridgewater on the Jets, and I would love to see how he performs.
Well, I saw Joe Flacco with the same goddamn team money go out there and outperform Sam Darnold. Nothing changed, and he was out there because he has experience. That's what I'm saying. The kid just doesn't have it.
I mean, he's getting one more year. He's getting better coaching too. I'm not.
Oh, that's true. He's getting one of the best coaches now. He's getting Joe Brady, so we'll see. I hope so. I like the kid. He was always good on the interviews. Every week he came on after he got lost, never threw anyone under the bus. He's a good kid. He really is a good kid. And he's young.
He's got no more excuses. If he doesn't succeed now, he's just trash.
That's exactly right. I've said that a million times about him. He just doesn't progress through his reads.
All right, just do this with the receivers
then. Let's do this because it's a good Sunday and I like it. Let's do the receivers, the top 12 that we looked at here, and then we'll say top 3 guys because we know receivers, it's even more volatile receivers. We could have, honestly, you could have a guy in the 8th round be in the top 12 over here. I mean, honestly, you could.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but that doesn't usually happen with the running back. So let's see here.
No, it does.
Once in a while, yeah, but I say more receivers could finish up higher than the running backs. You agree with that?
Jeffrey Wilson, David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. But I'm saying there's more receiver possibilities just from a PPR standpoint who could finish in the top 12. Here we go. Who's going to fall out between Devontae, Tyreek, D-Hop, Diggs, Metcalf, Brown, Justin Jefferson, Ridley? We'll go MT, Keenan Allen. We'll cap it at Mike Evans and stop, if you're looking at the draft, stop at Allen Robinson and Terry McLaurin. Just stop right before Mixon. Which 3 of those guys? Because that's it, yeah.
That's
out of the top 3 round guys, what 3 guys? Start with you, Chris. What 3 guys would you think could fall out of those guys in the first 3 rounds?
I'm gonna say Allen Robinson, even though I like him, but he's got Andy Dalton, and we saw what the Cowboys' offense was like with Andy Dalton.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually say, even though I really like him, I'm gonna say Mike Evans.
Okay.
But I really like Mike Evans, but I just feel like on that offense, there's gonna be some weeks where he's not really involved, but I mean, I still like Mike. I mean, I think all these guys will finish in there. And I'm gonna go a little Justin Jefferson.
You go.
But I love Justin Jefferson. But I just think, like, coming off that incredible season, Kirk Cousins played great last year. If Kirk Cousins, plays terribly, I could see him dropping out of the top 12. But I still like all those guys.
Sure, I know we all do. So Jay, Jordan, man, which 3 guys can finish as a wide receiver 2 outside the top 12 out of those 3 rounds in the top 3 rounds? Who do you got?
This is pretty easy for me. Definitely Justin Jefferson.
Yep. Okay.
Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf.
Ooh. All right, good. Who you got?
Third one.
Money. Who you got, Money?
See, now everybody's saying who I was gonna say, because I was gonna say Mike Evans for sure,
Okay.
Michael Thomas, Justin Jefferson. I thought DK would be spicy to say, but Russell Wilson every year after the first 8 weeks just starts playing like not as well as he did. So I think DK's got the talent, but I think Russell's too inconsistent for him.
Go ahead, my man, Nick. I like that take. Go ahead, Nick.
I was gonna say Justin Jefferson, MT, and Allen Robinson. Pretty much the
Reasoning?
same reasons
Okay,
all
same
y'all
reasons.
said.
Yeah.
All right.
I
got
can see
mine.
Tyreek. I could see Tyreek falling out
You
too, though, to
take
be
it, but
honest.
you try to steal my show. Did I ask you on as a guest yet?
I don't think you have, but I think I'm already RSVP though.
You're in, maybe you just took my
I got my
take.
spot.
You took my take. Tyreek,
I think that
say
Super Bowl, people started to figure them out a little bit.
they got cover too deep on them now, man. Tyreek's going to have to run a different route tree, baby. I think
Doesn't have
Tyreek.
any other route tree.
Yeah, we'll see. If he doesn't, it could be a long year. I think Tyreek's going to finish out the top 12, outside of the top 12. I'm not saying 25 guys, but he's going to finish outside the top 12. I think Keenan Allen's going to finish outside the top 12. And
Just say Justin Jefferson, so we're all in agreement.
yeah, I was going to say it. Honestly, man. Honestly, I was going to say, because I said it a couple weeks ago, I think Justin Jefferson's going to be around 14, 15. So, yeah,
Well,
I think
you had the best take on is last season they were still treating Thielen as the number one wide receiver.
Yeah, they were.
So he was exposing the second corner on every team. Now that Justin Jefferson will be treated as the true number one in Minnesota, he's going to be seeing coverage that he didn't see last year.
That's right. We'll see if he can break free instead of
he's going to have to play Jair Alexander twice a season. He's going to have to go up against who's Chicago's number one? I don't know if they play. I don't know if they play
Eddie
New
Jackson.
Orleans.
Is it Eddie Jackson or is it no? They lost Fuller. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, they lost Fuller.
I think he's gonna have to.
But even Chicago has a great defense and great corners, great safeties.
I mean, he's gonna have to do something.
So that's four games out of the year. I mean, Detroit, I'm not worried about, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's a good take.
Darius stays on Philly.
The Eagles, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. But yeah.
So who's going to be number? Listen, if we do for running backs, we'll get off on this. Who's going to be the number one wide receiver full PPR? Who's going to be the number one running back full PPR at the end of the year? Chris, you go.
I mean, I'm gonna be boring, but I'm gonna say CMC because
that's fine.
If the dude's healthy, he's far and away better than everybody else.
Guys, he'll be the number one wide receiver and running back.
Yeah, he'll be the number one. He'll be the number one both. And then, even though I could see Diggs leapfrogging number one, I still got to go Adams because, dude, the guy, he could score, I think, like 12 less touchdowns, and he still would have outscored every other wide receiver last year. Like, he can regress and still be a beast. And so I'm just gonna be boring and say CMC and Adams.
Go ahead, that's fine. But we were assuming health. So go ahead.
Money, you have to assume health.
Go ahead, Money.
It's tough for running back, but I don't know if you remember. I've been on Stephon Diggs as the number one receiver next year. I think they've got nowhere but up to go. I think Devontae and Aaron Rodgers. There's no way that it's just not sustainable what they did this year. It's just not sustainable. Mm-hmm. So I think Diggs is number one receiver. Running back, I'd love to say CMC, but I'm with you on Saquon. I think he's coming back with a vengeance next year. I really do.
Baby.
Plus, I think their weapons are overrated. I'm not a Kenny Galladay fan.
Neither am I.
Honestly, I think their best receiver signing was John Ross. I think people love to hate.
I know you talked to me about that the other day. You talked to me about that.
But I think John Ross is a sneaky pickup for them. I think he'll be better long term than Kenny Galladay.
Wow, that's taken. I like the take. Go ahead, Nick.
All right. So my running back pick is pretty boring. I think CMC will regain the throne at number one. But my wide receiver pick's a little bit spicier. I got AJ Brown.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because Tannehill's on fire, I think, and I think he's going to have a huge year. Yeah, what competition does he have? He has no competition.
I know.
I can see AJ Brown. That's the thing. There's like 3 or 4 wide receivers that I could. I can't pick anybody over CMC, but I can see like 3 or 4 wide receivers.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so everyone was chalk until Nick, and then he took my wide receiver. I was going to say AJ Brown. So for my running back, I'm going to go Aaron Jones.
Nice.
Ooh.
And for my wide receiver, I'm going to say Calvin Ridley.
Okay,
Oh,
are you
Ooh.
are you like are you
just
are you
dogged
Skip
me.
Bayless or Stephen A. Smith? You just trying to get clicks or what? Trying to get clicks over here?
No, that's my honest take.
You dogged me right there. Damn. Oh, all right. So money, you know where I am, baby.
Absolutely,
Saquon. And unless, I was going to go Derrick Henry number 1 right now, would keep catching 50 balls this year, Chris. The Saquon. And then I was going to say that, but now I got to go different spot. Jay, you know my boy. Nick, Chris, you know my boy. I was going there. I see Julio playing 2 games this year and retiring. There you go. That's my take. There you go. There's my take. He's going to rip something and he's going to retire. That'll be end of his career.
I'm praying that doesn't happen.
No, I don't want it to happen to him. Of course not. So I'm going to go somewhere completely different.
Just go with who you really think.
I was going to say Calvin Ridley.
Okay, go Calvin Ridley then.
Calvin Ridley and Barkley, but a secondary one where I see can back in the top 3, no doubt. I honestly think that MT can get back there.
I was just about to say Mike Thomas. You know who I also think could finish top 2? Justin Jefferson, low key. You guys think he might not finish top 12? I think he could be number 2 because Adam Thielen's not getting any better at all.
Yeah,
True.
I agree with that second point.
It's only the coverage thing I was worried about.
Look,
He has the skills. He has the potential 100%. But we have to see. It might be like a Juju Smith, Antonio Brown situation. Juju was excellent against the number 2 corner. As soon as AB left and Juju started garnishing that CB1 attention, he was not the same wide receiver.
Yeah.
Big Ben's also
I
not
really
the same
think
quarterback he was with Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but he has Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Too. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we got to stop. Vagoon, I'm going to tell you to stop. We had the conversation already. I don't know where people are designing this love for Robert Woods. Stop. Okay? Stop. If Cooper
I think honestly anybody between Adams, Hill, Hopkins, Diggs, Metcalf, Brown, Jefferson, Ridley, Thomas, Keenan Allen, and Terry McLaurin, any of those guys, in my opinion, could finish.
I don't know about Terry, Keenan, Mike Thomas.
Okay, maybe not Keenan and Terry McLaurin is number 1, but like top 5.
I think Terry McLaurin can potentially finish as number 1. I mean, you would need other things to happen, like a few people maybe get injured for a couple games. But I mean, I could see it. We don't know what he's going to do with Fitzpatrick yet.
Top 7 or so. I could see him top 7 or so.
Because dude, he's gonna with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I think he's going to explode.
Yeah, like we've seen him be really good, and he hasn't even had that good quarterback yet. Not that Ryan Fitzpatrick's a good. I mean, he's good, but he's great for fantasy, right? He's great for fantasy wide receivers. So
he is.
Well, that and his experience. He knows how to read defenses. He knows where to put the ball. Like, you can't teach experience in the league. That's going to go a long way with McLaurin.
Yeah. So
he'll be inside the top 10 this year. I think he's inside the top 10.
That's the fun thing about this, because if we were doing this last year, these first 3 rounds would look completely different than they look right now.
Oh yeah,
you're arguing like as if we know what's going to happen.
No, it's good. That's why you talk football.
We had the 2020 football almanac.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yo, stop using your best material on Chris's show, man. We got a show.
You got to say that for your show.
Stop.
I can see D-Hop. D-Hop could be number 1 as well. I got to give him
for
some
sure.
love.
Like I said,
he's in the same boat as Stephon Diggs.
Maybe not Keenan and McLaurin number 1, but anybody else I could see. I could make a case for. It's hard for me. I like Ridley a lot. It's hard for me to make a case for Ridley number 1. Even though I do like him.
I just think, Chris, I think Julio plays half the games this year. It's over. I think
even
I don't
when Julio plays, they double team him, and it all goes to Calvin anyways.
Calvin Ridley, I think, was the number 1 wide receiver for the first 3 games last year.
Julio
he was going off. It doesn't matter,
dude.
It doesn't even matter.
He's so good. It's ridiculous, man. Just watch tape. He's so fucking good, man.
Oh, he's great.
These Alabama receivers are unreal these days.
And watch Judy. And you want to watch Judy take a step up if they even get a quarterback.
Judy's gonna make a big leap.
Especially if Courtland Sutton's hurt again, because I don't think Tim Patrick's gonna out-target him next year.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, I love Courtland Sutton. I love him, but he's got 1 more year to be hurt, and then Judy's taking his spot.
Hey, he only got hurt one year. It just happened to be a season-ending injury.
Well, they regret taking KJ Hamler now, man. Jeez.
Over, yeah.
What a
I
wasted
like
pick
him,
that was.
but
I like
you
him, but
can't say
not
healthy
not
either.
where they drafted him. That's good for me though. Let them keep Drew Lock. The Raiders will be fine then. Let them keep Drew Lock all they want. That's fine with me.
That's fine, me too, because he's a gunslinger too, and that's always good for fantasy.
Oh, it's good for fantasy for sure. But they're gonna trade up with the Falcons. I can feel it, man. I just feel it's gonna happen. Or if they
All
don't,
right.
then the Patriots will, and then Mac Jones is going to the Patriots, and then watch them. They got the Brady reincarnation going.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, boys.
All right, guys. So I'll be
Jay.
sending out the emails a little bit later, so be on the
All
lookout.
right, thanks. I was just
All
gonna
right.
ask you to send them out.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Jay, I'll hit you up later about 6. All right,
Okay.
later.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest
All
of your
right.
weekend.
Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah,
Have
it
a
was
good
great.
one.
Yeah, man,
Fun
thanks.
time, man, you guys.
Yep.
Take care.
Later, money.